This episode gave us more information on Kisaki Tetta than we had ever seen before, and it includes a tie-in to this awesome intro. What's up? It's your boy Cintron. Come back to another reaction video, and I kid you not, that's my real name. You know what we're here for? Do an analysis on Tokyo Revengers. And an eventful episode, but more so than that, we got insight into that glasses wearing motherfucker named Kisaki Tetta. So, we start off right where we left off in the karaoke room, and those guys talking about the plan. What's the plan? How are we going to do this? Are we going to team up? Because I could use your help. He's telling that to Takemichi and Chifuyu. Kisaki is. And I'm like, nigga, I still don't know how to feel about that, teaming up with your dirty ass. And he's talking about Mikey, Baji's death, really caused Mikey to slip into, spiral into depression. Nigga, that was you! That was you, motherfucker! You caused that shit to happen. You don't up here and mention this shit just casually like you ain't have nothing to do with Baji being killed. You orchestrated the whole shit. Man, that was, oh boy. So the album is livid, boiling on the inside with the anime angry mark. This sacrilegious monkey-looking motherfucker just gonna mention that shit like he ain't had nothing to do with it. And Chifuyu is peeved off, man. He just livid. And rightfully so. You looking at the motherfucker who caused your idols, your mentor's death right in front of you. And he just mentioned it like it's a casual Tuesday, like it's Taco Tuesday. I'm about to open up your taco hole and stack this. Okay, can't say that. But nah, I'll leave the homies in prison to do that to you. I'm about to pack your beef in. But man, I was just like, how could he even fix his face up to say some shit like that? And I'm like, how's this alliance gonna work? Because we don't trust each other. We don't like these motherfuckers. And then, they're walking back on the street, and Chifuyu's like giving Takemichi an earful. He's like, ain't no way you finna trust this, right? Ain't no way you trust this boy, right? We ain't got to work with him. We ain't got to do nothing. And he's telling them, like, as much as I want to agree with you, as much as I don't want to do it, we need this ugly motherfucker. We need this rat bastard poison. Yeah. Anyways, you get the picture. I don't like the nigga either. But it's sad that we have to be forced into working with him and Hanma, who we know play key roles in the demise of Toman in the future, as well as infighting and the degradation and the descent into madness. That all plays the game, starts and ends with Kisaki. So it's just like dancing with the devil, like making a handshake, doing a deal with your worst enemy. Ugh, you feel filthy afterwards. But we also get some information on Kisaki because Takemichi goes to talk to Hina, and he finds out that not only has he known Hina since latter parts of elementary school, they're like 6th grade, so he was 6th grade in Japan. They go up to not just the 5th grade, 6th grade is also elementary school, and they have 3 years middle school and then 3 years of high school instead of 4 like we do in the West. But she met Takemichi and he's like, I kind of love those details, but you also met Kisaki. He's like, huh? She's like, yeah, Kisaki Tetta. How the do you know this? You riding this? I'm like, all right, Hina, you on the borderline, saying some crazy shit that might get Takemichi just, all twisted up, wound up. But turns out she knows it. And them glasses ain't for show. He is a nerd, getting hundreds on the tests and stuff like that, and acing exams at cram school. But even then, he looked like he ain't had no soul. He looked like Shao Kahn or Shao Tsung, whatever his name is. Got to him early, took his soul. Stripper got to him early. But he don't like got no ambition, no passion. Like, so what's the story there? It's like he's had a hard life, or he just hates people. He's introverted. He's weird, awkward. He's like, well, he is. We'll get to that a little bit later. But yeah, he doesn't look like anything like the guy that we know him to be now. But like, he was always like, or he developed the ability to be charismatic and be able to talk to people and doing his bidding, doing what he wants. There's a cult following across 2 organizations now in Toman with his own division. He's a captain. But yeah, how did he become that guy? And what is his family life like? That play a part in his darkness? Because he's talking like he's a good guy. I'm like, you the ops. And you went to CVS. You bought about 4 packs of the mops and smoked all them. You can smoke some of the homies too. Like, what the fuck, man? We ain't supposed to be the all pack. We're not included. Sold separately, but not according to you. But yeah, it's just crazy. And we see like, so we know now that we have that connection there, that they know each other. Why is he so intent on going after Hina? I mean, every feature, this is like, it don't matter. He's like, I would find you and I would kill you. He offs her every time without irregularity. He's like, I will find you and put you off the board. Like, he makes sure to do that. So what's the tie in there? Is he jealous of Takemichi that he got her? That he broke up with her? Or like, what's the tie? Is it his well, he can't be Hina's dad's friend. That can't be, because I don't think Hina's dad has ties to crime, because he just looks down on children. So we'll get to that later. But we see why he called Takemichi his Nakimushi hero, his crybaby hero, at the end of season 1, when he blew Chifuyu's mind, Mitsuya's mind, as well as Takemichi's. He witnessed Takemichi try to come in and save Hina when she was coming against some middle school boys who were torturing a cat, slowly beating it, to death if they hadn't been stopped. And she went and saved them. She's just impulsive, but she weak, of course. She's a girl, and then she don't know how to fight. And yeah, she's just going off bravado. Not even bravado, she just, stepped up and do the right thing, but, without the power to back her, she was helpless. They're about to start, going in on her. It's like, okay, you took away our pleasure. Like, you sick, twisted motherfuckers. So now we're going to take it out on you, and we're going to need you to fill that hole there. We have a vacancy in our schedule for a beating here. We'll schedule in now. Okay, how about that? And she, turns on the waterworks, and they're like, are you gonna cry? Think that's gonna get you out of it? Nice. I credit y'all for that. We're just still bitches. So it ain't Takemichi come out of nowhere and like WF dun Stone Cold Steve Takemichi. He kicks it right in the ribs. We're like, God, Earl, man, I know that dude. He's like, baby back ribs are tender. But he tries to stand up for him, and then he gets his drug and beat. It's like, yeah, typical Takemichi. But Kisaki was watching the whole time for the sidelines, and he was like, man, I admire this dude. Even though he knows he's gonna get his ass whooped, he weak. He didn't get the job done. He still stood on what he believed and stood on that hill, and he died for it. Quite literally, his pride. He was hurt. After they left, like, he ain't crying because she, saw him hurt, and he stood up for her. He crying because he got his ass beat. But that was the day that they met, and that's why he respects or reveres Takemichi, which Takemichi doesn't even know. But now that he knows, what are we gonna do with that information? We'll have to see. And there was this dude in he had black hair, but he was in a factory uniform, like the factory uniforms that we're over here that look like prison uniforms, like one solid color over the top and bottom, like very similar to overalls or one piece. And it was like a aqua green like this. I was like, who the fuck are you? Why the fuck are you watching these kids? You pervert. But that might come up somewhere down the line. So pay attention to that important detail. You can't even watch this far anyway, so I'm talking to myself. But then, like Takemichi, he remembers that he dumped Hina on Christmas Eve, and it's like, well, why would I do that? She fine. She be giving firehead. I'm playing. They probably haven't gone past first base, or even if they've gotten there, I don't even know. They kiss, but I think they have. But why would he do that? And then he's meeting with her dad for coffee at a cafe. And he's telling him, man, I appreciate you helping out my son, Naoto. Before he said he didn't want to have nothing to do with my job, he looked down on it. But now he has respect for it. And actually said he wanted to be a police officer. And he's like, that's your doing, right? Because, we know Takemichi saves him basically in the future, and he becomes a police officer, just like his dad, his old man, chip off the block. But he's like, there's something ominous about this meeting. Why the hell are you meeting? He thanked him. And he's like, lift your head up. He bowed to him and all that stuff, show him respect. But it was like, man, something's coming. A haymaker is coming. A counterpunch is coming. And Takemichi's, left. And we leave that scene and they, show something else and they come back to it. He's sitting there with a coffee. He didn't even take a sip of because he's sitting with an uncomfortable truth. He's like, man, I was like, oh. And I was like, yeah. I figured his dad would have asked for that, but he asked for Takemichi to break up with Hina. He's like, man, bro, I love her, but you're a hoodlum. You're a thug. So I'm gonna need you to stay with my daughter. Can you promise me that she ain't gonna get involved in one of these skirmishes and mess with these gangs y'all have? And he's like, Takemichi just can't make that promise. He's already put her in harm's way several times just by being with her. With her being with him, and then her trying to protect him also. She could have got dusted by Taiju. And her father would have been pissed as off, get out. And it just sucks they don't have no power, to put these gangs under lock and key. It should be, but I don't know, that's weird, but that's justice is often commodified. So just like damn, he gonna have to do it, and he actually does go with it. He goes through with it. He breaks up with her, and then surprisingly, but not shockingly, she beats his ass. She hit him with a surprise oopsie, and then gets on him. She gets on him, start going out. I'm like, damn, cause she hurt. He told her in the worst way. He told her, I like somebody else. You ain't got no chance of no other action unless you pay for it. Well, now you kind of do. You want to be a playboy, but she ain't that kind of nigga. So he breaks up with her. But I'm like, could that work to the antithesis of what we're doing here? Could that be the antithesis of what we should be trying to do? Keeping her at arm's length, instead of keeping her away, because that's what you did in the past as well. I'm thinking like it's just better to keep her under lock and key. Maybe not break up with her, but just keep her at arm's length. But keep her under watchful eye, because that's the best we could do to know, to be abreast of her situation at all times. Know where she's at, know who she's around, know where you should be sending your protection and protecting all that stuff. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that. Of course you want to see your boy with your girl, so they'll probably get back together later at some point. But we'll see how that affects the future. But man, Taiju. They made a plan, saying that they're gonna, the three of them, Hama, who's a zombie, he can handle himself. Kisaki, he's a decent fighter, and Chifuyu, who's is above average fighter, are going to try and contain Taiju, keep him going into the church, while Hawkeye, his brother, who's gonna be most likely waiting for him inside the church, will be talked to by Takemichi, because they have a friendship, they have some kind of understanding about each other, and he knows him. He's a friend. He's seen as a friend by him. I'm like, that part of the plan go according to plan, but Taiju, I'm like, y'all three niggas ain't gonna do shit. But here's an L for you. Here's an L for you. And you hold this. Like, you can't do anything to him. Dude is too muscular, he's too fit, he's too beef-caked up for y'all to be trying to think about handling him. And they already said that it only is going to be between them. None of the divisions are going to be in 3 or 6. So, what are we going to do? It's just going to be y'all niggas in. I'm guessing some people are going to show up some kind of way, somehow. But what's going to happen on Christmas Eve? Or Christmas? Because, it's going to get handsy. So, I don't know for the next episode, but I think that we're going to go that route and see at least them going up to the church and them getting some good prayers and some Hail Marys. Yeah. Anyways, let's end on that note. So, man, great episode. great intel that we got. What's gonna happen with this next development, though? We will see, though. So, anyways.
Like, comment, share, subscribe if you
Thanks for watching. Check me out at Cintron, Cintron Anime, Cintron Life, or Cintron Laughs, or other social media.